Good day. Before anything else, I would like to introduce first myself. I am James Clark Forton from Best HM2B and my partner is Cheryl Luna Paipa from Best HM2A. For this report, we will talk about dealing with infractions and misconduct, improving work performance, and conducting a corrective interviews. So, in dealing with infractions and misconduct, first thing to do is that investigate to confirm the performance deviation or the misconduct by the concerned employee. Second, diagnose the causes of the deviation or misconduct. Then, take an appropriate action and after that, document the action taken. Then, make a follow-up. Taking disciplinary action. A disciplinary action is a reprimand or corrective action in response to employees' misconduct, rule violation, or poor performance. Depending on the severity of the case, a disciplinary action can take different forms, including a verbal warning or a written warning. A disciplinary action may be taken for unjustified deviations or variance but should never be abused. So these are the steps in processing disciplinary actions. First, when misconduct report has been received or personally observed by any department head, supervisor, or section head, he/she shall verify the report and make a preliminary investigation. He/she shall get evidence, records, documents, and etc. Interview witness, confirm with the employee himself. Next, if the offense is confirmed and the guilt is proven, he/she shall accomplish the following. First, conduct a corrective interview and give an oral warning if the case is a minor offense committed for the first time. Second, issue a written reprimand after the corrective interview should the offense be minor but a repeated violation. The department head shall make his notation with his own signature on the reprimand letter. Then next, copy of said letter shall be distributed as follows. 1 copy for erring employee, 1 copy for department head, and 1 copy for 201 file employees file in the personnel office. Next, if the infraction is major or a minor offense that is repeatedly committed, such as suspension, is warranted, the manager or supervisor shall first accomplish a misconduct report using a misconduct report form. The next, attach a copy of the preliminary investigation report and the other evidences to the misconduct report. Then, have the misconduct report reviewed and then noted, signed by the department head. Let the erring employee read the report and acknowledge it with his signature. Then last, forward the misconduct report to the personnel department in case the employee refused to sign the form. Make a notation. Employee was informed of the report but refused to sign. The process to send the form to the personnel manager. Next, the personnel manager, upon receipt of the misconduct notice, shall evaluate the report and the attached documents evidences gathered and further verify reports by interviewing respondents, interviewing witnesses, and gather other evidences. Next, once the offense is proven beyond reasonable doubt, the personnel manager shall first consult with the department head regarding the appropriate disciplinary action to be taken. The next, if the suspension is warranted, he/she shall write a memo to erring employee demanding for an explanation if possible within 24 hours why he/she should not be suspended. Evaluate the response of the employee, and if guilt is confirmed, he/she shall send a suspension memo to the erring employee. Circulate copies of the memo as follows: one copy for the 201 file, one copy for the employee, one copy for the department head of the employee, one copy for the finance department for payroll deduction, one copy for the president or the operation manager. Then indicate the disciplinary action taken on the misconduct notice. Make a suspension take effect on the said date. Next, if the case is a grave offense and or repeated, uncorrected violation that is already punishable by termination, the personnel manager shall first write a memo to the employee demanding for an explanation why he should be not terminated, giving him a set deadline for submitting his response. The letter must contain the pertinent facts pertinent to that termination. The next, review the respondent response and the weight of evidence, and if the guilt is proven beyond reasonable doubt, the personnel manager will proceed with the termination. Then last, some companies leave it to the president or resident manager to decide on the termination. Next, once the personnel manager receives a go signal for the termination of the employee, he/she shall call the employee for terminal interview, then issue him a termination memo stating the date and effectivity of the termination. Then next, if the case involves monetary claims for damages or theft, the company shall demand for payment for the employee, or if warranted, may file a court case for damages. Then lastly, the terminated employee is asked to secure a clearance from HRD office. So let's proceed to the rules of governing enforcement of discipline. First, discipline must be fair and just. No employee can convicted nor given any disciplinary action until proven guilty beyond reasonable doubt. There must be sufficient and factual evidence to prove his/her guilt. This required a thorough investigation requiring interview of witnesses, reviewing documents, reports, complaints, and other sources of information. Second, uniformity and consistency must be observed, meaning the same offense under the same circumstance shall be subjected to the same sanction regardless of who the offender is. There should be no discrimination. Third, put the company rules and sanction in writing and orient staff about it. Fourth, document all reports and sanction taken. Documents are needed as evidence in case the employee will later attempt to file a case in court on the sanction taken against him, her. Fifth, discipline in the privacy of your office so as not to place the employee in an embarrassing situation. Sixth, discipline must be corrective rather than punitive. Discipline is primarily designed as tool for improving an erring employee rather than punishing him. 7. Deal with infractions as they arise. Do not allow mistake to accumulate before taking action. Feedback or corrective interviews must be done as soon as possible or right after the commission of the offense. 8. educate, not humiliate. The purpose of discipline is to make employees realize their wrongdoing and to deter them committing similar offense. 9. Give specific feedback. When calling the attention of the erring employee, cite pertinent details what exactly was committed, when, and where. Never use general statement like you are always late. Rather say, your time card today again indicate that you were late in reporting to work by 30 minutes. This is your third tardiness within this month. So this is an example. That's all my report. Thank you.